live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A local firehouse hosts community members. All the fun is in the name of fire safety and prevention. The four-legged members of the Winnebago County Sheriff's Department are showing off their skills. A look at the fundraiser for the K-9 unit. And the day is finally here as Rockford welcomes thousands of rowers into town. The annual race benefits the community and the economy. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. One person is in the hospital after their vehicle flips in Freeport. The crash happened at the intersection of Park Boulevard and Stevenson Street around 4:30 p.m. Saturday. First responders arrived at the scene and found a vehicle on its side with someone still inside. Crews stabilized the car and were able to remove the occupant. They were taken to the hospital. The fire department says the people in the other vehicle involved are okay. Today marks the start of Fire Prevention Week, and one state line firehouse opened its doors to the community. The Belvidere Fire Department hosted its annual open house to educate the community on fire safety. Kids could spray the fire hose, complete an obstacle course, and get a tour of the station. All the fun also teaches them what to do in the case of an emergency. Organizers say it's a great way for residents to see what the department offers.
It's a chance for them to come out, meet the firefighters in a normal situation when it's not for an emergency. They get to learn some fire safety, ask some questions they may have about smoke detectors or keeping your door closed when you sleep, and then it's just fun. They get a chance to spray the fire hose and see some of the stuff we have.
The open house is held each year during the first weekend of October, but this year was the first time the street was shut down to make room for people in front of the firehouse. In Rockford, another local agency was showing the community what their four-legged friends do best. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Department held their K-9 fundraiser. The dogs were showing the public what they do, demonstrating their sniff and bite tests. It's an opportunity for the community to get involved. It's also Frankie's Cruise Night, so there were cars and a DJ on site. It's all to raise money for these dogs.
Everything dog related, whether that be buying a new dog, whether it's been funding our food, our kennels, our houses, it's like having a baby. That's the way I describe it. I just got a 100-pound baby is what it is now. So, but it's funding everything in regards to that, our equipment, the dogs themselves, vet bills, all that good stuff. I mean, it's a lot, and obviously all the help we can get kind of helps us give the dogs what they deserve.
There was also a raffle with prizes like a PS5, a Nintendo Switch, and other prize baskets. The Rock River Valley hosted its annual regatta this morning with over 2,000 rowers taking part in the race. Drea Baroni spoke to the event organizers who said this race brings together the rowing community, and Drea, it also helps attract tourists to the Rockford area.
That's right, Taylor. Teams hit the river at 8 a.m. for the 37th annual Head of the Rock Regatta.
Rockford has a jewel here with the river. We have this great place to showcase this rowing program.
The Head of the Rock brings together the best rowers across the Midwest with nearly 5,000 spectators watching. Jane Johnson is the rowing coordinator at YMCA of Rock River Valley. She says the preparations for the race are well worth it.
It's hectic, it's busy, but it's fun, and we work for this, for 6 months at least, getting this put together. It's nice to walk up the bike path and see all the spectators enjoying this.
The one-day event consists of high school teams, college clubs, and older adults all traveling 3.1 miles to the finish line at the YMCA's Northeast Branch.
A huge event. We are one of the biggest regattas in the Northeast. There's 403 different entries, and there are 37 different clubs racing.
Tents and vendors line the banks of the Rock River as family and friends watch the competition. Johnson says it's a great event for rowers, but also for Rockford tourism.
It brings people in to the restaurants, it brings hotels, get a lot of kids in there, and it just gives more excitement happening and something for people to come out and watch.
The YMCA hosts an open house in April for anyone interested in rowing. For more information, go to mystateline.com. Taylor?
Thanks, Drea. It was a great day to be outside and explore nature. Families celebrated the start of the fall season this afternoon at the Clem Arboretum and Botanic Garden. The annual Autumn at the Arboretum Family Fun Day had no shortage of nature-themed activities. There was a pumpkin decorating contest, cakewalk, games, crafts, and live music. But the highlight might just be the doggy costume contest. Organizers say it's a fun, free way to enjoy the outdoors.
Being outside has so many benefits. There's health benefits, both mental and physical, especially for children too. You know, they learn so much more by being able to be outside with, tactile things with nature, acorns, trees, leaves. It's just a wonderful event to be able to have everybody come out.
The guided tours through the gardens are also a favorite among guests. Hundreds are dead with even more injured as Israel prepares for war. Coming up, the response from President Biden in Washington, D.C.
And our temperatures today struggled to make it in the mid and upper 50s thanks to the cloud cover out there. We continue with the below average trend throughout the week, and we've got some rain showers to time out too. A look at when to expect the rain and more on that frost potential tonight. Coming up in the forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Taylor Castro, Reagan Holgate, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Now to the developing conflict in the Middle East. The fighting between Israel and Gaza continued overnight, where more rocket fire was exchanged. We've seen an all-hands response from Washington with President Biden, Secretary of State Blinken, and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin in touch with their respective counterparts in Israel and the region. Liz Landers is in D.C. with the latest.
A second day of intense fighting continues between Hamas and Israeli military forces following air, land, and sea attack by Hamas during the pre-dawn hours of Saturday, which has claimed hundreds of lives and thousands of injuries on both sides. It's the first time in 50 years Israel has been surprised by attack. Hamas says that their deadly actions are due to the Israeli government's policy occupation of Palestinian land, along with other grievances. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responding to Hamas, saying that, quote, Israel will settle the score. In Washington, congressional leaders and President Biden both condemned the attack. Mr. Biden spoke by phone Saturday with Netanyahu and addressed the nation, offering full U.S. support.
Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has been working the phones with his counterparts in the Middle East and elsewhere to try and de-escalate the situation. Meanwhile, the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, while not having specific intelligence indicating a threat to the U.S., have issued a public safety notification to law enforcement nationally, urging them to remain vigilant. There will also be an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council today in New York, with a wider question as to how much more this conflict may escalate. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
We may see our first frost of the season as temperatures dip near freezing. Candace tells us how many mornings this week may start with a frosty landscape, coming up next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, it just does not seem fair, right? Going from last weekend where temperatures were in the mid and upper 80s to numbers that were stuck in the 50s both yesterday and today. It would be nice if we could have some middle ground, maybe some 60s, some 70s thrown in there before we see that drastic drop in temperatures. We're at 55 right now in Rockford and Freeport, 53 in Monroe, closer to 60 a little further to the west and southwest where we've been able to get a little more sunshine out there over the last couple of hours. Our weather watcher Terry in Genoa, 55 degrees, a light westerly wind. Dew point temperature sits at 37. Jim, our weather watcher here in Rockford, also at 57 degrees. Dew point sits at 32, and no rainfall today, even though we have had a couple of lighter radar returns show up over the last couple of hours. We've kept with a fairly dry atmosphere. So with that drier air, we've been able to kind of break up some of that cloud cover over the last couple of hours to allow some sunshine to to come through, which has been nice considering we've dealt with the cloud cover throughout much of this afternoon. Now, depending on how fast we're able to get rid of those clouds will determine just how far those temperatures go for tonight and if we'll be dealing with any frost going into tomorrow morning. The clouds, the result of that low pressure system that came through late last week, now passing off to the east of us. There is some drier air wrapping in here on the back end of that low, which is helping to clear out some of that cloud cover. The end result of that clearing taking place, however, could lead to some areas of frost going into tomorrow morning. So our first frost advisory has been issued for all of southern Wisconsin and most of northern Illinois, the counties here north of 88. That goes into effect late tonight and will run through tomorrow morning as temperatures are likely to drop down at least into the mid-30s. Could be a couple locations that get down to 33, maybe 34 degrees, and some of the lower lying areas, again, just depends on how fast we're able to get rid of some of that cloud cover. Now, you may be thinking, all right, it seems a little too early for this, but we're kind of close to, on average, where we typically see our first fall freeze, usually around the 10th here of October. That temperature gets down to 32. Hard freeze, which is when the number gets down to 28, you go about a week later, usually around the 18th of October. So we're not too far off, surprisingly, where we actually should be to get one, our first frost, and two, our first freeze. And I think we may have a couple additional frosty nights here these next couple of nights. 57 for tomorrow afternoon. I do anticipate more sunshine before a little more cloud cover kind of works back in as we go throughout the day. So here we go with future cast skies clearing out. This may be actually closer to about 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow. So the later our skies clear out, the less opportunity we'll have for some of that frost to develop, but nonetheless it is there. So you've got some sensitive things outside, maybe a good idea to cover them up or bring them in here tonight before the sun does set. Return of sunshine tomorrow. We're back into the upper 50s, still below where we should be. I think tomorrow night for some actually has a better chance of seeing those numbers a little cooler as high pressure moves in and we've got more clear sky before cloud cover wraps back in throughout the day on Tuesday. This will leave us a partly to mostly cloudy sky. Temperatures are still in the upper 50s for the afternoon, but we've got this pattern that sets up towards the middle to end of this week. Deepening low pressure system sits to the west and southwest of us. Warm front comes through central and northern Illinois. North of that warm front, temperatures are cold. South of that, temperatures are warm. I think we fall on the north end of this, and that'll leave our numbers on the cooler side of things, but unfortunately it could set us up for a pattern that favors some pretty heavy rainfall where we could see several inches of rain. And again, it all depends on where that warm front sets up going into the middle to end of this week. So we could be dealing with a very rainy pattern that would take us at least into next Saturday. So 57 for tomorrow, 59 on Tuesday. We've got one 60-degree day here on that 7-day forecast, and that comes in on Wednesday. After that, our temperatures, they stay in the 50s, overnight lows down into the 40s, and to Taylor, our wind will be picking up once we get into Thursday and Friday.
You're right, there was no middle ground. We went from scorching hot to now freeze. Thanks, Candace. Reagan's in next with sports. The Packers getting ready for their second straight primetime appearance, this time in Las Vegas. Plus, the Bulls are back in preseason action with the Bucks. We'll see how that one ended coming up after the break.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
Well, it was a quiet football Sunday here in the state line with both the Bears and Packers in primetime. We'll see Green Bay suit up tomorrow night in Las Vegas against a familiar face. This will be the first time since the 2022 trade that the Packers will face off against Davante Adams. That is, if he plays. He is currently listed as questionable. The second quarter of the 2023 schedule sets up quite nicely for the Packers with 4 very winnable games. This is the last game before the bye week, and the Packers want to be on the right side of that 500 mark before the break. And even though they've had some ups and downs so far this year, the leader of the pack is still confident and looking forward.
I think Matt challenged us, after last game, going through the break, just, continue to watch the past couple games and challenge everybody to think of one thing that, we're going to work on going forward and just kind of our focus into that going forward. So, going to the bye, we'll have just things we're thinking about when we're out there at practice, going into the game, just focusing on things we can get better at.
Tomorrow night's game kicks off at 7:15, and you can watch that on WTVO. Now the Packers will have to try and win this one without veteran left tackle David Bakhtiari, who announced earlier this week that he is out for the rest of the 2023 season. While he did play in Week 1 against the Bears, the 32-year-old was placed on injured reserve because of his knee injury last week. He confirmed to reporters that he will be, quote, preparing for training camp. Bakhtiari has been dealing with constant knee injuries since tearing his ACL in practice near the end of the 2020 season. Now, the Bears didn't take the field today as they are on a mini bye week after Thursday night's win, and it sounds like we won't be seeing running back Khalil Herbert for some time. He left Thursday's game early with an ankle injury that will force him to miss multiple weeks. Herbert is dealing with a high ankle sprain, which could land him on injured reserve. But that's not the only injury in the Bears' backfield. Rookie Roschon Johnson suffered a concussion against the Commanders, and Travis Homer injured his hamstring. So it looks like they will be relying on free agent addition Deonta Foreman for the time being. So we're halfway through Week 5. Here's where things stand in the NFC North. Detroit beat the winless Panthers today, so they are easily running the table at 4-1. The Packers are in second at 2-2 ahead of tomorrow's matchup. The Vikings are about to be tied with the Bears at 1-4, and they're hosting the Chiefs right now. All right, and we're just a few weeks away from the start of the NBA regular season. The Bulls opened up preseason action today in Milwaukee. And Dame and Giannis were there on the bench for the Bucks. Let's start early in the first. DeMar DeRozan will knock down his only three-point attempt on the day. Next up, it's Kobe White on the break. He's going to find Zach LaVine in the corner for three. LaVine had 9 points in 17 minutes. Still in the first here, Torrey Craig with the steal, and Kobe White will take it to the other end and in for the layup. White led the Bulls today with 14 points. Second quarter now, and Javon Carter is going to take it, and he knocks down the three as well. Let's go into the third quarter now. Carter finds Patrick Williams for three of his own. He had 13 on the day. The Bulls were down in the closing seconds. Instead of going for a three to tie it, Quentin Jackson passes it inside, and that will do it. The Bulls lose 105-102. Chicago opens up the regular season at home on October 25th against OKC. That's sports. We'll be right back.
We had some cloud cover out there this evening. The First Warn interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Some of those clouds will clear out tonight, and that will allow our temperatures to drop again into the 30s. We woke up to those numbers in the 30s here this morning, but there is a frost advisory that will go into effect late tonight through early tomorrow. So anything you want to keep around, you got to cover up or bring in. Next couple of nights, we've got some frost potential, but you see the overnight lows going up as the rain moves in by the end of the week.
Thanks, Candace, and thank you for joining us.